Wireless is finally coming to the Valve Index, and surprisingly, it's not coming from Valve. Nofio has developed a wireless system for the Valve Index, and they're getting ready to launch it really soon. I was able to meet up with their team and try out one of their engineering prototypes. And although it was a prototype, it was extremely impressive. There was almost no visual latency, with the majority of the packets being under 1 millisecond.
3.5 times 10 to the power of 4 packets sitting at about 1 millisecond or so.
I was able to play 400 BPM streams in Beat Saber without any problems. Latency has been the biggest issue for me with wireless setups like Virtual Desktop, AirLink, and even the Vive Wireless. But after trying the Nofio prototype, I probably wouldn't go back to a cable for latency reasons. The image quality was indiscernible from using a cable, except for the occasional packet drop, which we did have. But out of the 4 people who got to test it, only 2 of us noticed the slight quality dip when the packets dropped. And this is something that they're already working on fixing. I did my best to stress test what I could by throwing chroma and strobing light shows with noodle maps just to see if there would be anything that would phase it. The kind of maps that when you play over something like Virtual Desktop, that turns your entire screen into just Lego brick quality. But despite what I threw at it with full-on strobing lights and chroma gradients shifting across the screen, there was no quality loss. The one major thing that we did notice when the packets were dropped, and even more noticeable than the slight bit of quality loss that happened, was the audio dropout. Because we were playing Beat Saber and there's a constant stream of music, anytime a packet was dropped, it would sound like you were sticking your head in a wall or like a low pass filter for just 1 second or even less. And with this being a prototype running off of a laptop, that being the only bug I can complain about is really promising. The form factor and weight on the prototype wasn't the greatest. There was a lot of top-heavy weight from the actual unit, and then the battery pack was sticking out a bit, so it was causing the headset to wobble. But with the newer design that they're showing in the renders on their website, they're aiming to cut the weight of the unit down by half. And with a better form factor and positioning of the battery, this will act as a helpful counterweight for the already very front-heavy Index. They're aiming for a playtime of 2 hours with the included battery, and these batteries will be hot swappable. They're going to have 2 USB-C ports, so you can plug in the next battery before taking out the old one. This means that you don't have to worry about rebooting or turning off the headset if you want to swap batteries in the middle of a play session. And essentially, if you have a few batteries, you will have unlimited playtime. And if you don't want to use their batteries or purchase more of their batteries, you can use your own USB power bank and attach it through a cable. You'll just have to run it from your pocket up to the headset. Now, because I was only able to test it for a few hours, there's still things that I'd like to test, like longer play sessions and if there's any heat buildup from the unit. And once they're able to get some production units out, I'll be able to do a full review of it.
VR Compare did an interview with the Nofio team and was able to go much more in depth than I was able to in this video. So if you're looking for more information on how their tech works, I would highly recommend going and watching their video, which I will link in the description. And I'll also put the link to the Nofio Kickstarter campaign there as well. Thanks again to the Nofio team for stopping by and letting me try their prototype, and I'm really excited to see how their final product turns out.